What's good, YouTube? We are back with another live. Figure I'd just make this one a vlog. Let me fix my damn camera. I had my camera right earlier. God damn it. Stay. 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 God damn. Alright. Back with another live. What is going on here? God damn. Sorry about that. Is it too bright? Yeah. Fix that. Alright. Alright. I'm still trying to run this motherfucker by myself. So bear with me. We'll figure it out. I'ma figure it out. Hold on. Oh, hate that. Can't have the whole image. Alright, there we go. Now I'm struggle streaming right now. I'm absolutely struggle streaming. I'm going through it. I don't want to get personal. So I know this is what people do when they get personal. They start to bring out all their business and shit. They want to start talking about all their business, and let's just know that life is hard. Nobody nobody said it was gonna be easy or anything like that. Life hits you hard. I don't want to sit there and say that I'm depressed when I know I am. But I'm trying to smile about it. I'm trying to smile through it. Stay busy somehow. You know. Stop worrying about what I can't control. Only focus on what I can control. And so far, a lot of shit is out of control. It's been tough. It's been rough, man. Being that dude, helping everybody and putting everybody else first, and trying to stay focused on what's important, trying to do the right thing, trying to stay honest and straightforward. But I noticed me being honest got me in a lot of messed up situations. Burned a lot of bridges. Just my honesty alone, me being straightforward and trying to show people that I got a great idea. I got great work ethic. I got all this shit is just it's trying to be a beacon of like, bro, we can do this shit together. It's tough, man. Tough trying to build a team. We and then realizing that you should have just been doing it by yourself the whole time instead of trying to build a team. You know, growing up has been nothing but be a team player, be a team player. Now that I'm like 36 years old, I'm realizing there's no such thing as fucking a team player. I'm realizing Brady only gets credit because he's dope. He gets that credit because he's Brady. You know, don't worry. I look this way because I'm exhausted. These are the eyes of a broken, exhausted man that's trying to do the right thing. These are the eyes of a lost individual that thought that he had friends that actually cared, but friends don't care. Friends don't exist. Friends will leave you broke. And they're trying to find a group of men that are, you know, same like minded, but shit don't work. Because like minded men only have one thing in common is that how can we get over on each other? That's the commonality. It's how can I make money from you while you make money off of me? But it's all about a transaction, you know. And I've noticed that you'll give out more than what you'll receive. I'm a man that don't say no. And when I started saying no, I started realizing who was who was supporters. You know, I used to drop shit at, you know, for anybody, for whoever it was. I used to drop shit like, all right, I'll be on my way. I'm on my way. You know, it used to feel good. I wish I would have picked YouTube a long time ago though. I wish I had picked something that was more loner oriented. You know, there's a lot of mistakes. I made a shit ton of mistakes that I'm paying for right now. Every idea that I thought was gonna be a good idea turned out to be a horrible idea. You know, master of all trades, or a jack of all trades, a master of none. There it is. I try. I try hard. You know, I try to figure it out the best way I possibly can. It sucks. It sucks not. It sucks having an idea that you think is gonna be like dope as fuck, and you try to bring it into fruition, but it never happens. It's like I don't like starting anything I can't finish. And then now that now I'm at the end of the road of I'm at this fucking weird place in my life where I started something 5 years ago, and it don't even feel like as if I even started it. Does that make sense? Like every endeavor I've started, and I'm still doing it. It's not popping. It's not going the way I want it. It's not. And I noticed that support is everything. You gotta have a lot of support with this shit. Like I'm literally on a live stream talking to nobody. I don't. There's no one in the live stream. There's no one in the live feeds. There's no one. That's how alone I am. Like, yeah, I got my wife or whatever, but I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how do people do this shit. And I stay up all night, and all I hear is vague ass answers. Well, if you do this, you can get it like this. Well, if you sign up for this, and then you sign up for it, and you still don't get information from it, you're like, God damn, what the fuck did I spend my money on and shit? I'm tired. Like hard work, I work hard. I work hard. Sometimes I don't even sleep, and it feels like I work so much to not get nothing. I lowball myself. I get told that I'm too high, or that my price is too high, and then I could low down my price. It feels like I'm not getting paid enough. It's fucking weird, man. And then when I sit on my price, it's like, nah, I can get it for this. And then why the fuck did you come to me? Like, why the fuck are you wasting my time? It's like, I'm trying to reach the 7 billion motherfuckers in the world, but for some reason, the same 20 motherfuckers just keep coming around me and bringing me down. And it's like, leave me the fuck alone, dude. Like, that's why I hate the hood. I understand. I hate living in this low ass neighborhood. Like, people losing their lives out here. This shit is real. People getting kicked out of their homes, lights getting cut off, and it's not because they can't work. It's because they can't afford it. I'm surprised shit is even on here. Like I'm smoking this shit. Also, I don't fucking lose my mind. Also, I don't go fucking crazy in this motherfucker. It's the only thing that's keeping me sane. It's keeping me content and like, nigga. I work too hard to lose everything, and I'm starting to realize that's life, man. Life will throw a big ass bowling ball at you, and knowing that you ain't gonna be able to catch it, it's still gonna come to you regardless. And yeah, you might survive, but you in that cast though, like you full body cast, and you can't do shit. They like, get outside, go make some money. Go outside, get outside, make some money, go make some money. Shit ain't easy, man. You go get you a 9 to 5 job, you still gotta wait 2, 3 weeks for a paycheck. go out and sit in front of Home Depot or something and wait for somebody to come, hopefully, or you go online, you do all these freelance jobs and shit like that. That shit don't pay enough. Everything involves time, though, and then over time, I start realizing that it don't matter how much time you put into something. It don't matter how much skill you have. Like people only cherish motherfuckers that are popular. And if you're not popular, if you're not popping, if you're not on the same thing that everybody else is doing, then yeah, you're gonna be ignored. You're gonna get ran over. You're gonna, it's not gonna fit in. It's like all this commentary, all this self help shit. This man space shit. It's like, but none of the man spaces ever talk about how to go from absolutely zero to wealth. Like there's nothing out there. It's like you already gotta have been doing something for the past 10 years type shit. You can never start nothing from beginning and work your way up like that. It's always somebody that's been doing it for like 5 years, 10 years. Like I've been doing this shit since 2014. Trying to upload music on this shit doesn't work. You gotta have certain copyrights on shit. I'm like, man, you can do this shit. YouTube don't give a fuck. YouTube don't give a fuck. YouTube. And I'm learning more and more and more in this YouTube shit. I'm like, the fuck is going on? How come everybody else is? But I'm realizing it's favoritism. Like the algorithm picks and chooses on what content to put out there. I can't blame them. I guess the system. That's what the system does. And the same thing in the real world. It's like you got to showcase your work. Your word is not your bond anymore. So you got to take pictures of everything. You got to make a video of everything. You got to document everything. But what if you lose that phone? Now you got to start all over. All right, fuck it. Let's start all over. That's another 2 or 3 years of work put in. And your phone cracks or some shit. Screen cracks. Like, all right, it's cool. I can just get it transferred to a new phone. You get it transferred, but Metro PCS or somebody fucks up the whole transfer. And now you ain't got none of your shit no more. It's like, oh, fuck. All right, I got to start all over again. All those times that you have to start over, getting a new computer, starting over, getting a new laptop, starting over, getting a new tablet, starting over, getting a new phone, starting over, all this starting over shit, right? You got to pay for the cloud storage, start over. You start realizing it's like, I'm constantly starting over and over and over and over. I'm always starting over. Like, why can't nothing feel as though I've been doing this shit for years and consistently and consistently? Why don't it feel like that? Because it's the people. Well, I can't really say the people. It's the fact that everybody's a puppet, right? Since everybody's a puppet, everybody gotta abide by a certain rule. And until you reach that, peak where you don't have to abide by those certain rules, then you'll be able to move within or you'll be able to navigate through life however the fuck you want to. But until then, you gotta be a slave or a sheep to somebody, to some degree. And I'm realizing, like, I don't want to be no fucking sheep to nobody because I don't like the way people move. There's no integrity. You gotta lie all the fucking time. You gotta do weird ass shit just to impress motherfuckers. And like, I don't like the clubs. I don't like going out. But because I don't like clubs or going out, motherfuckers don't fuck with me. because I don't like. I like making content like this, or I want to create a studio and make movies and make videos and all this extra shit. Motherfuckers don't want to fuck with me. It's like, it's weird as fuck. But then they go outside and they see another motherfucker doing it they never met in their fucking lives. These strangers, these weird motherfuckers that come out of no fucking where, get charged $500 or some shit like that. Don't support your bros. No, support the niggas that you don't even fucking know. So I was like, I'm already stuck in between do I turn my back on the niggas that I call my homies, or are they really my homies? Do they really support me? Do they not support me? Do they only see me as labor? Do they see me as a potential something? Because at the hype of it all, when I had the motivation, it's like, man, I got this shit. I'm about to start this business, and it's gonna boom, it's gonna pop. Bros at work's gonna be fucking crazy. And I'm realizing, it's like, they use my name, they use my moniker, they use my business name, but they're not looking out. I don't want to bring nobody on because, I never know how it works. But how you still working, though? How you still moving? How you still doing the things that you doing? Oh, I get it, because y'all got a little agreement. I'm different, I'm weird, or I stand out, I'm argumentative, or I'm disagreeable. Is it because I call out the shit that's not right in front of y'all faces? Like, what is it? I'm not afraid of corrective criticism. I take it all the fucking time. The real world reminds me of the shit every fucking day. So, what is it? I'm not intimidating whatsoever. I'm only 5'8", 5'7", some shit like that. I'm a short motherfucker. Like, I do not intimidate nobody. Nobody's afraid of me, man. The police don't give a fuck about me. They can kill me tomorrow. It's not a victim mindset. This is a fucking reality. And at this moment, I'm like literally talking to myself. I'm going crazy. I'm literally going crazy. I got a live feed, and I'm trying to talk to YouTube about this shit.
Joseph YouTube, welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Tushy said.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Old man advice to young men. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Young men, let me tell you something. And this is on the back of the Will Smith situation. Mm-hmm. It is neither your responsibility or your fault if a woman cheats on you. Okay? Look, Will Smith is one of the most successful men in acting that ever exists. The brother's a good brother. Absolutely lost. But when you go down the emotional rabbit hole of a woman, you'll never survive it. I learned in my first marriage, and some in this one, you cannot compete with women when it comes to emotion. We were not built that way. You will break. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They can handle a level of emotional baggage and amending that we can't. So, listen, don't hold yourself responsible for your woman wanting. A woman will always want more than you give her.
Right.
I don't give a damn. Listen, if you don't believe me, first of all, look at Will Smith. Go back and compare the careers, money, and everything. You can't. Go back and look at, you can't compare many men to Will. Go back and look at the richest man in the world, Amazon owner. Mm-hmm. His woman is staring in the face right while he's right there, staring at Leonardo DiCaprio. A woman is something about them that always desires more. It's not your fault. Mm-hmm. Okay? It's just like us. if we're being honest with women. We've allowed women to cause us to lie to the point that we tell them them means we love them, which screws
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
them up. When we truly know sex is just a dump off to us. We might love the woman, but why don't we love every woman we have sex with?
Mercy.
Because it's just a release for us.
Right.
Okay? And we've been taught to lie. If you lie to me, I remember literally the first time a woman made me tell her I love her to have sex. I was 16 years old. I'll never forget it. But here's the thing about it.
Hell no.
Don't allow yourself to go down that rabbit hole you can't handle it. And it's not your fault, your woman flirting with other men, looking at other men. Just know, whatever you can't handle, get the away from.
Yeah.
Okay?
Shit.
Wow. Wow.
Negative.
Wow. This is one of those videos you almost want to play a second time. He had some heavy points in this one, man. The first one was, you cannot compete emotionally with a woman, you will break. And there's so much proof of that. And following that one was, we have convinced women that effing them means that we love them. And so we've had to lie to women. Then a couple more points. Good stuff. If you guys want to follow this guy on TikTok, if you're on TikTok, make sure you check out the link pinned to the top. I'll have his link there. You can give him a follow and check out some of his content. We're going to read a few of these comments. First comment here says, absolutely true. I just got divorced. I realized when Tom Brady got divorced, if he couldn't please her, how the hell can an average man please a woman? How the hell can an average man please a woman? That's a good question. Deep, deep, deep question. Because what women show most average men today is that they could care less about the average man. Another comment here says, real spill, exclamation marks. Next comment reads, I needed this. Yeah, good stuff. Another.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Cause at the end of the day, if a bitch don't fuck with you, she ain't gonna fuck with you. Simple. She fucks with you, she fucks with you. And ain't no point in bending and breaking for no bitch. It's the paper, man. Let's get to the money, man. The bag chaser. Everybody say they chase this bag, chase the bag. Man, show nigga the real route to the goddamn money. And I'm realizing, nigga, you gotta get off your ass and work like 15 fucking jobs in order to make some fucking money. Some real money, like. It's fucking retarded. All this guru shit, this shit is all bullshit, dude. All of this shit, this whole YouTube space is all bullshit. All of this shit is bullshit. Like, what you watching right now is bullshit. You watching a depressed nigga trying to find some type of value within this goddamn YouTube space, and there's no fucking value. Look at this chap-lit bitch. What the fuck is going on?
Why do men always cheat on you with Shrek's baby sister?
Shrek, bitch,
Like,
what? Bitch, what?
I'm offended at some of these men and their choices in partners.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
We don't care.
Like, stop embarrassing me.
The Krusty Lizzo Capathon continues. When is she gonna stop inflating her ego and triggering men?
when a person is trying to, look, when a woman's asking me for things, then I'm like, oh, you think I'm a sucker? Oh, when she comes and she's just cool, and then because organically I'll want to do those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I'll start to do the things and it'd be cool because she ain't never asked me for that. Nah, she cool. She never asked me for nothing. But if she comes with those intentions or that idea, then it feels like, wait.
Wow. So even if she doesn't ask you, you can read the energy.
Right.
Like she's coming.
She came with those intentions.
Lately, 50 Cent has been putting out great commentary about men protecting themselves and their value and their money. I'm here for it. Let's move on.
Why you think Sierra dressed like that while she was with him? You want me to go first? I'll go first.
Go ahead, please.
She dressed like that while she was with him because Russell Wilson has reached his max contract. There's no more licks after this. He's reached his max contract. He not gonna get a better contract. She part of that contract. She got that lane. She worked that Vic. So now she can do what the fuck she want to do. And what she want to do is disrespect this nigga by being in the streets, standing by him on a carpet, naked. Look at his face. It says everything.
He look like they was just arguing about this shit. Like
his face say, I have no control.
Let me know down in the comment section if you guys believe Russell Wilson is going to get left by Ciara eventually. I want to know your perspective.
That's why you cannot be delusional when dating. Being delusional is okay when you're achieving your goals, but it does not work when you're dating. Especially with men, because some men, you'll literally tell them you just want to be friends, and here they are trying to take you out and change your mind. Like, it just does not work. Dating requires someone else to consent to treat you the way you want to be treated. To like you, to respect you, to agree to be with you, to value you, and to love you. These are things that you can't force. And unlike when you're achieving your goals, you can't just ignore the negatives in the situation. You can't ignore the things that are going wrong. You can't ignore the things that make you incompatible. You can't ignore what's not working in your relationship with someone just because you want to be with them. If someone does not agree to treating you well, you cannot force them. And you should not stay with someone who mistreats you in hopes that they'll eventually feel sorry for you and change the way they're treating you. When you're dating, you have to be rooted in absolute reality, facts, and evidence of
her lips looks like you can roll on the lip gloss. I'm sorry. I'm about to say something that's going to be really weird. It's going to probably get me demonetized. Let me keep going.
your circumstances, not the blind faith that you have when you're delusional in achieving your goals, or else you'll be doomed.
I would rather take advice from single women than married women because most of the married women I know are suffering and being treated poorly and then turning around and pretending like everything is all good on social media. No, thank you.
Am I crazy? Or whenever you start talking to a dude, they all have a phase where they like pretend that you're obsessed with them. What the hell is that? Nobody cares about you that much. What?
Wedding ring.
I haven't even got to that stage yet where like somebody's proposed.
Damn. This is what the Matrix could do to you. They'll personally attack your ass with like, ugh. These bitches is disgusting.
Or thought about proposing, but I definitely want a huge rock, so I'm gonna guess that it probably cost about at least like $500,000. What? Does it cost that much? Like diamonds?
I would say maybe like, I don't really know, but I would at least hope somebody's spending like.
You a base ass bitch. Like these are some basic ass bitches. What the fuck? Like, bitch, we know you work at Trader Joe's or Hooters some fucking where, bitch. Like, stop playing. 500,000, bitch. Who raised these bitches, dude?
30,000 to 50, right? Like
a month? What
The women of this generation, to be more educated than the women who came before, they lack complete knowledge of financial literacy and the value of men who are in the top 1%.
Did I say you?
You said women and you're trying to generalize it.
Yes.
So I was just letting you know, don't generalize all women because not all are the same and not all agree on, whatever stereotype you're putting on.
Okay, here's the thing. Do you live on planet Earth?
Yeah, I do actually.
Planet Earth operates on generalities. People have certain traits and tendencies that operate within the generalities. So what I mean by this is, if you walk into any nightclub, you're going to see a majority of the women concentrated in certain sections of the club, typically in a VIP section. You know this, Ms. Promoter, right?
Yeah, I do.
So all the girls are typically surrounding a small portion of men. You ain't seeing girls buying tables at the club with a bunch of dudes around. Nope. It's very different. Women are attracted to social status. Men don't care about social status. It's not as important on our totem pole as it is for you guys. So you might say, I'm not attracted to that. Congratulations. That's you. But if I have 100 girls, 95 of them are going to be attracted to a guy that has status.
Everything Myron had to say is right. Men don't care about your social status. Modern women are going to keep being hung up on that same talking point. It's going to get them nowhere.
Here's the top 3 ways that women gaslight you. Number 1, they make it seem like you having high standards, like not dating fat girls or not dating women who go out to the club every weekend is a bad thing. The number 2 way they gaslight you is by getting jealous about any little thing that happens, like you looking at a girl across the room or you liking a girl's picture or something like that, because they just want to bring some drama into the relationship. They're trying to control the way you think. And number 3 way that they gaslight you is by saying the person who asks is the person.
I can't do no more of this shit. Where the fuck is the money at? I'm sorry. Okay, women, whatever. Give the fuck. Right? I don't know. I don't understand how we get into this day and age where niggas is giving a fuck about a bitch's opinion so goddamn much. Like, why? How the fuck did we get in this soft ass era? Leave these bitches alone. Like, I'm trying to get to the fucking money. I don't give a fuck about none of these hoes, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, we already know you pay a bitch any fucking thing, she gonna do any fucking thing. So let's move on past this shit, dude. I'm over it. Fuck. Fuck bitches, man. Let's make money. This naked asshole, like, everybody's talking about Russell Wilson and his goddamn Sierra fucking shit, man. Who gives a fuck? Let that nigga be a fucking simp. Black men keep, I don't give a fuck. Man, where the money at? I'm about to type in finances or something, because this shit is stupid. Copy one short. Wait, what is it? One short equals 25,000. Copy 10 shorts equals. Yeah, right. Copy and paste YouTube shorts and earn the fuck out of here, you lying ass nigga.
This channel right over here is earning $28,000 per month uploading shorts videos that aren't even their own. They're earning $335,000 per year, and I'm going to show you how exactly they're doing this without filming videos, editing videos, or even showing their face. In fact, if we come over here to support.google.com, they just announced that revenue sharing for shorts ads will begin on February 1st, 2023. So YouTube will be paying out shorts creators YouTube ad revenue for the first time. So all the TikTok creators are going to come over to YouTube. All the Instagram Reels creators are going to come over to YouTube. And I'm going to show you exactly how to take advantage of this before anyone finds out. Hey, welcome back. This is Ryan Hildreth, founder and CEO of the #1 YouTube consulting company in the world, CashflowChannels.com, where we help our clients build profitable YouTube automation channels. And in this video, I'm going to show you step by step exactly how to earn over $20,000 per month from YouTube Shorts without filming videos, editing videos, or even showing your face. In fact, I'm going to show you the secret niche that's paying people like you money for uploading YouTube Shorts videos that aren't even your own. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, how did I find this out? Well, first I went to hashtag shorts on YouTube. So I just searched hashtag shorts, as you can see right there, and it's going to pull up the shorts shelf. And the shorts shelf right here has 424 million videos. And I know that sounds like a lot, but there's hundreds of billions of videos on YouTube. So we're still very, very, very early to the game. And if you scroll down, all I did was I searched for faceless shorts videos. So as you can see, there's some popping up, like this one right here is like a game, right? That's not showing anyone's face. This one's a Minecraft video. Some of them are like funny videos. Some of them are sports videos, right? And that's exactly how I found this one particular niche. I just scrolled all the way down. Now, if you come over here and you search hashtag shorts plus funny TikToks, what you're going to find is you're going to find these videos that are getting 16 million views, 9.5 million views, 16 million views, 1.3 million views from all of these different channels right here, right? And these channels, like Meme Trap, this is not their own video. That's just a video that they got off TikTok. But I'm going to show you how to get those videos very easily. I'm going to show you how to recreate them to make them copyright free. So what we're going to do, okay, and first I'm going to show you a channel. If we scroll down, okay, there's this channel, not this one, but this one right over here called Shelly, okay, 426,000. They have a video called Memes I Found on TikTok Part 12. So it's like a series. And basically, it got 52 million views, okay? So very easy. And basically, this channel, that's all they do is upload different TikTok funny compilation videos, part 13, part 14, part 15, and they're consistently. It says they're earning about, it's $28,000 per month or $335,000 per year. And that makes sense because they're getting about anywhere from 190,000 to 234,000 views per day. Okay, so that's a lot of views, a lot of advertisers advertising on top of these videos. Now, what we're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and get clips, okay? Funny clips, and we're gonna go over here to TikTok. We're going to come to this account right here called Funny Clips 17382. So if you have to pause the video, pause it here, write this down, and make sure to visit this particular TikTok page, okay? Lots of viral videos. They're not their own. They're just re-uploading different funny TikTok videos from other accounts, right, and kind of mashing them up. So what you're going to do is you're going to find some of the most popular videos, like this one has 1.6 million. This one has 3.1 million, right? 228,000, 24.7 million. So what we're gonna do is click on this video, all right? That's gonna bring us here. And as you can see, it's like the horse running away from him. So like he was thinking the horse is, why is the human walking me? I should walk him, and then boom, he runs away, okay? So it's pretty funny. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and press this share button and copy link, okay? That's the first step. Then we're going to come over to this software right over here, okay? This software in the left-hand corner, and we're going to paste that link here and press the green button. That's going to take us here. Then we're going to press the blue button, and that will go ahead and upload that video to your folder on your computer. So it's going to be on your desktop, right? Now you have that video on your computer by pressing this button, okay? Now we could go ahead and edit that video to make it unique. So we're going to come over here to Canva.com, which is a Photoshop editing software that's totally free, okay? So now we have that video, and the cool thing about that is it removes the watermark. Like as you can see, there's a little watermark here in the video. This tool right here will get rid of that watermark. So now we have a video without the watermark, but first we have to make it unique. So we're going to press, we're going to search mobile video, create a blank mobile video, then we're going to come here, drag and drop that video into Canva, okay? And as you can see, now we can make it full size, full screen, okay? And then what we're going to do is add some elements, okay? We have to make it unique. So we're going to go here, add some lines and shapes. All right, we're going to scroll down here. We can make this smaller. It's a little banner up top, okay? All right, and then we can go ahead and duplicate that. So we're going to right click, duplicate, scroll down. And I'm going to go ahead and make that, let's just make that white. All right, so make that white by changing the color, cool. And then we're going to go to text and add some text in there. So add a subheading. We're going to make that black. And it is bold, so we're going to say, how funny is this? Question mark. And then we're going to drag that up here. And we're going to add more text, add another subheading. Bring that down there. And we're going to say, rate this from 1 to 10. Comment, answer. Okay? And then we're going to go ahead and make that bigger so it fits. Boom. And what that's going to do is it's going to get people to engage because they're going to watch the video now. Now it has some subtitling here, so how funny is this, right? They're going to comment their answer. When they're commenting, this video is going to be playing on loop. It's going to be playing 2, 3, 4 times over. What that's going to do is bring the average view duration above 100%. So you're going to be at like 200, 300%, because someone commented and the video kept playing over and over again, causing it to go viral in the YouTube Shorts shelf, because you need to have a view duration over 100% to go mega viral on YouTube Shorts. So now you have your proven viral video, went viral on another platform. We modified it, made it our own, and now it could go viral on YouTube Shorts. So what we're gonna do is press share, then we're gonna download to our computer, and then we're gonna upload it onto our channel, okay? So we're gonna upload it here. I called it Funny TikTok Compilation, hashtag Shorts, okay? And that's gonna pull up that, boom, and then we could go ahead and copy this, paste it in the description, so that YouTube has that metadata, and then we're gonna scroll down and add some tags, okay? And these tags are important to rank in search. So we're gonna put funny TikTok, funny TikToks, funny TikTok compilation, right? Funny TikToks, TikTok video, right? And then keep adding those keywords. So funny TikTok compilation, funny TikTok video, funny TikTok horse, right? And whatever ones you want, and then fill up this box to the max of 500. Now, this is not what my clients and I do. We actually utilize long form content because it makes even more money on YouTube. In fact, if you click the link down below this video, you're gonna see this training that I filmed for you that's showing you exactly how I went from zero to over $40,000 per month in passive cash flow from my 7 YouTube automation channels. And if you like the video, you can even book a call with me or one of my team members to potentially work with us to help you build.
You clickbaited me, motherfucker. This may be the world's easiest side hustle. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I just been clickbaited. Little useful in there, but he clickbaited me. He clickbaited the fuck out of me. Get paid to delete spam. Shut up.
Well, hello, my loves. It's me, Jazzy Mac, and I have several work from home opportunities. And some of these opportunities, including the GoFundMe opportunity, is going to be completely work from home, no phones, equipment provided, and it's going to pay a very GoFundMe job. And I want to make sure I break down the resume for you all because I want to make sure that you're hitting those hot words, those keywords, because I really need you all to understand what these recruiters are looking for. But first, we're going to come back to this job. I want to give you a quick reminder that Amazon is still hiring virtual all over the U.S. for the customer support specialist job. I've done videos on this job before, and this is going to be on the Shopbop team, which is where they sell like the high luxury in like bags and accessories and, you know, like really expensive stuff. So they did have a like chat support and phone support option. And it's going to pay $19 an hour minimum. That is just the minimum. You can make more than that because if you scroll down here at the bottom, they can actually pay up to $53,000 per year, which is like $26 per hour. So please make sure you go and check out this job. Resume templates are down below in the description box. If you have the resume subscription, then obviously this is already in your resume library. I've already done the resume for you. So that's available. We talked about LVES for those of you that are looking for part-time careers. They definitely had a part-time position available, and it was very entry-level, sort of beginner-friendly. So that position is going to be this one, the Client Experience Associate role. So this is just a quick reminder for those of you that want to apply for this role. It's going to pay $20 per hour. Yes, they provide equipment. Yes, they provide training. I've done the resumes for this as well. So they also allow you to have a Wi-Fi connection. You do not have to have a hardwired connection. So this is a job that you all need to make sure you also look for if you're into part-time, if that's what you need at this moment. They do have very flexible hours. So I know a lot of people are like, hey, do they have anything that's like later in the afternoons or later in the evenings after I pick up my kids? Yes, you can totally structure your schedule around that. So as I said, we're going to break down this GoFundMe opportunity. But the first thing I got to do, y'all know I have to give shout outs, okay? Because people are getting jobs left and right. And you need to be my next success story. So Keisha, she said, I got a job offer from CVS Aetna Health and I start February 7th. OMG, Keisha, we're so excited for you. We cannot wait. We hope that you have an amazing first day and first week of work. Congratulations to you. We're proud of you. And then Afro Curly Samurai said, hey, everyone, I applied for the Starbucks service desk analyst position. I got the job about 3 weeks ago. It's fully remote. And she went on to say that the job actually paid her $32 per hour. So this was a work from home job at Starbucks. What? Congratulations to you. We're so inspired. And of course, Jazz commented about a month ago and said that she was hired for Amazon. She started on February 13th for that position that I just showed you all. That is the same exact position that I just showed you. They are still hiring. So make sure that you apply. Tashonda said, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I got hired at Progressive. Jazzy, you're the bomb. Love you. We're so proud of you, Tashonda. Thank you so much. And Meenakshi said, Jazzy, I am glad to announce that I got selected by Comcast and I'm starting in April. Congratulations to you. Mimi said, thank you for teaching us how to edit our resumes to better match description. I just got offered a job. Congratulations to you, Mimi. And Java said, I got the job with Cigna Healthcare. Thank you. Y'all have made my entire day. Okay. This just really, really makes me so happy to see you taking the resume templates, you use them, you apply them, you tweak.
Hold up, fellas. I'm doing it. You know what? Fuck y'all niggas. Fuck y'all niggas. I'm going the route. This is why bitches is able to do all the extra shit they able to do. These hoes is working remote and they're traveling. Making it seem like as if they're travel bitches. But, bitch, I'm not mad at y'all. But why the fuck? This something. You fucking kidding me, dude? Like, what the fuck? This just pissed me off. This just pissed me off. Now watch, I go try some shit like this and that motherfucker don't even fucking work out. Like, I'm trying to
your resume, you submit, you now have this renewed, just this amazing level of confidence. You're applying for jobs that you didn't even think you could be qualified for, and you're actually getting them. And you're getting the money that you expected and more. So I'm so freaking excited for all of you. So like we said, we're going to come back to GoFundMe. There's one more job that I wanted to show you. I have another bonus job. This bonus job is going to be, it's a full-time role and it pays about $25 per hour. And this is going to also be a customer support associate role. So if you've never heard of Fanatics, they're kind of like a gaming company. Like if you've ever done sports bets, you can do it through Fanatics. So people that like to do fantasy football, or maybe they like to bet on horses and stuff, they do it through this platform.
Okay.
So basically you would be a customer support associate, and you're basically going to do what they call liaising between the Fanatics collectibles and consumers by supporting their inquiries and issues. This could be things like, hey, can you reset my account? I'm having an issue adding money to my account. Those would be some of the things that you might work with. And it does say that you might work with customers through telephone, email, or other direct channels. Those other direct channels could be things like Facebook, or it could be things like Twitter. Because they do have a Facebook and Twitter. So you would just need to talk to the recruiter to say, what your preference would be. Do you want to do the social media channels, or would you prefer to do more email, or do you want to talk to people? Some people actually really love talking on the phone. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. They do provide training to you. They also provide you the equipment. All they really want you to have is like proficiency with Microsoft Word and Excel, which most of you already have that, and the ability to work through email interactions. And if you want the flexibility of working evenings and weekends. So it says the salary range is $20 to $25 per hour. That's only for base pay. That doesn't even include your short-term or long-term incentive, which I'm thinking this is probably like they may give you a sign-on bonus for short-term, and then long-term could be like the annual performance bonuses. Some companies do like stock. So there's like a whole, just a bunch of different ways that you can get compensation. So this is just a really great position for anyone that, you know, obviously wants to work from home, and you obviously like don't want to do anything that's like high stress. This is also California friendly. It is totally US friendly, but I wanted to point out this is California friendly as well as New York friendly. So this is the job. Let's go ahead and look at the resume for this one, and then we can go ahead and hop into the GoFundMe because that job pays a lot. Trust me. So for Fanatics, again, this is a customer service associate role. So you want to make sure that you're pointing out any type of experience that you have, obviously customer experience. If you've worked in like resolutions, KPIs are going to be very big. Anybody that's worked in a call center, you know what KPIs are. Voice of the customer. These are just things that are coming from part of the job description that I've called out in the knowledge and skills areas, because these are going to be the things that the recruiters are going to put into the system when they start to search for resumes. Okay. When they get resumes, they pretty much cannot look at every single resume. So they get the computer to do some of the work for them. So they'll type in a bunch of keywords, and the resumes that have those keywords are the resumes that the recruiters will actually pull and start contacting people. So this is why it's super duper important to make sure you've got keywords in your resume that are going to match with the job description to increase your chances of landing the interview. And obviously another reason is if you've got like these specific keywords, it shows that you have the experience, and then you can also negotiate for more money. So here's a resume template for you all. It's already in your library for those of you that that have the subscription already. This is in your library ready to go. So now we've saved the best for last, and we can go ahead and look at the GoFundMe job. Listen, this job is going to be, again, no phones. It's super laid back, and it's a job that you're probably going to really love. Sorry, guys, I do have a cold. So this position is going to be a trust and safety specialist position. Jazzy, what the heck is that? Okay, so we've all seen people have GoFundMe accounts, or where they post the link on Facebook and they'll say, hey, donate to this cause. Well, part of what the trust and safety team is going to do is make sure that these are, number one, legitimate causes that people are trying to start GoFundMes for. We want to make sure that a person didn't start a GoFundMe to, go and purchase like guns or drugs or, something illegal.
I ain't gonna lie, I made a GoFundMe for my mom's stroke. Didn't get funded, so I kind of got a bitter taste for GoFundMe.
GoFundMe should be related to, nonprofits, education, or, tragic events that may happen, those sorts of things. So the trust and safety specialist is making sure that nobody is like pretty much abusing the platform. And they do what's called vetting. So when someone requests to start a GoFundMe, it does have maybe like a 24-hour wait period where it goes under review, and you're going to be a part of that team that reviews the application to make sure that it's legit, to make sure that it's not like, some scammer that's just trying to collect money illegitimately. So for this position, they've got first and second shift. They did point out that they'd like someone to do second shift, which is like 2 2 to 11.
That's my shift.
But your training is going to be first shift. So what I would do, depending on what schedule you want to work, I ask the recruiter if you can do a first shift schedule, or if you want to do the second shift schedule. That's obviously what they're covering here. It says that you're going to provide high quality email and occasional phone support to customers to ensure the fundraiser authenticity and safe delivery of funds for beneficiaries. Because we don't want to raise $100,000 for someone's funeral and those funds don't actually go to that family. The funds went to some, scammer or something like that. So they're making sure that the funds are going to the people that it's supposed to go to. So it says 2 to 3 hours of your day is going to be spent kind of like going over the policy and the fundraiser content. You're going to maybe do 1 to 2 hours a day of project work. And then you're going to maybe do some cross work with like the compliance team or the payments team or the legal team, because you might have questions. You might say, hey, I don't know if this is a legitimate sort of scenario that they're trying to raise money for. So you may speak to someone in compliance or someone in legal and say, does this sound like a legitimate organization?
Yeah.
Is this right? Can we approve their application before we give out the funds? So that's basically what the job is. It is vetting people. It is, raising a red flag for those applications or for the applicants that don't seem legit, people that seem a little fishy. And obviously, if there were to be a fake GoFundMe account, you would also be responsible for removing. Give you 100% healthcare. You get a 401k. You will get monetary support for your new hire setup, meaning for your office setup. If you need to buy like a desk or if you need to buy other office related material, they'll give you money for that. There's money for family planning, commuting, but this is for those that work in the office. This is a remote position. Generous paid parental leave. I have a bunch of people saying, Jazzy, I'm pregnant. I am scared to apply for a job. Honey, apply, okay? There are jobs that embrace people that are pregnant, okay? We're not in the late 1950s and 60s where a pregnant woman was just cast away. That's no longer a thing. So they also have a family planning plus equity, which means they give you stock in the company. This is just how you have this experience already and you don't even know it. And I'm going to show you why you have it. So, and again, this resume template is in the description box if you need it. This job on the trust and safety team is going to be heavily in content moderation. Y'all do content moderation all day long because you sit on Facebook, you sit on Instagram, you're on Twitter. You are looking at content all day long. If you've ever reported a spam comment on Facebook, if you've ever reported a, violence on Facebook, that's considered content moderation. So you're already familiar with that, right?
Yeah.
And then when we talk about trust and safety, again, that's going to be related to making sure that there are not like impersonators that are falsely receiving this money or falsely starting these accounts. So this is going to be if you've ever worked in like identity verification, maybe you worked at T-Mobile.
Ain't even gotta do that. You can spot a catfish motherfucker a mile away. You can spot a catfish all on the goddamn internet. So you don't even need that.
Mobile, and you worked in the claims department. You had to identify people's, you had to verify their identity before you could issue them a new phone or before you could issue them, any type of reimbursements. So that's going to all be a part of trust and safety. In terms of service, you all have experience in that because we all have to abide by policies, no matter where we work, no matter, what we do in our daily jobs. Terms of service is always something we have to be conscious of when we're talking to customers or when we're deciding what to do for any type of like case resolution, right? Mm-hmm. So again, if you've ever worked as like a bank teller, you've worked in loss prevention, perhaps you have worked in personnel records, any type of security jobs. Even if you've worked as like a preschool teacher, you had a responsibility of making sure that the people that came to pick up kids were who they said they were. If they weren't on that list, then you denied them from taking that kid out of your daycare, right? So again, like I said, you all have this trust and safety experience. You have a lot more of it than you probably even realize. So make sure that you really, really highlight those things in your resume, whether you work at a bank, you've worked in insurance claims or customer resolutions, even if you worked in collections, all of that is relevant experience, okay? So that is going to be it, good people. I am so proud of everyone for just all of the jobs that you've been getting. Again, I always have to say, don't be like discouraged if you're not getting certain jobs, okay? I say rejection is protection. If you didn't get a job, that meant that it was not an energetic or universal alignment for you. It didn't work for you. It wouldn't have worked for you. And you should be praising the Most High because you didn't end up in a bad situation, okay? We think of these jobs when we don't get them. I look at that as like, that's that ex that I used to be crazy about, but really he was crazy. And if I would have really, really stayed with him and he would stay with me, then I would have been just...
Okay. She just went off. Damn. All right. CPA traffic free. CPA traffic free. CPA traffic. Let me get a shirt that says, I'm a black man that matters. Pay me what I'm worth. And see what happens. After she married herself? What?
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode.
See how I wrapped up back up in this shit again?
So, I just want to talk about Maya. Beautiful lady. She came around the same time that I was coming up. We're around the same age. Fine as hell.
Yeah.
Very beautiful. And I can even say beautiful. But Maya is, very similar to Tracy Ellis Ross now, Tia Mowry. These ladies are still trying to prove to people that they got it. They're still fine. And they are still very fine.
As a motherfucker.
And they do this by posting thirst traps. And you're seeing some of them right now, right? And she looked good. I mean, she looked better than most ladies 20 years younger than her.
Damn.
She is hella.
The cake back there is still fat. Damn.
Fine. I'm not even gonna lie. I would spend my food stamps on her. Facts.
Yes.
And then you get people talking about, hey, she's aging, but do it gracefully. And aging so gracefully that you marry yourself. Remember that? How many of you guys remember she did that? Again, y'all didn't remember, so I'm going to let you remember. Maya aged so gracefully, she married herself. Now, I'm not saying that a woman's complete value is tied to a woman or to a man. Won't say that. Because that would be the same thing for saying that a man is not a man if he's not with a woman. And I will say that it does, to be honest, make it more plausible if you are, having a woman or a man in your life. It adds more value to society. I will say that. But it doesn't define your sexuality. let's see. I mean, not sexuality, but your gender specific roles as being, all the time. I agree with that. But we got to be honest here. If a man would come out here and say, listen to what I'm about to say, I am marrying myself, what would you women say about such a man?
That nigga's a fucking fool.
I need to know because it's serious. What would you say about him? He's marrying, listen to what I'm saying, guys and ladies, himself.
All that good pussy
you would say that person is an idiot if it's a man. I won't even comment right now on her. I'm not into calling anybody an idiot. I won't even say that. But I know what you would say. You would say they're stupid.
Good pussy can't find nobody.
It's almost the truth. It's almost for sure. You would say they are dumb, right? I know you would say that. Don't even lie about it. You would definitely say it. You would say it. So now that I know that you would say it, here's what I want to deal with. Why is it that these ladies who are marrying themselves
That's why.
want so much attention on social media? I need to know. These are questions that need answers. You're aging so gracefully. You have married yourself, yet you're posting thirst traps. When the reality is, if you really want to know, people have moved on and have forgotten about you.
Yeah.
That's the way the world works. Okay, you married yourself. You don't want a husband. You're rededicating your life to yourself. Here's what guys do. Okay. All right. That's very nice. Glad to know that. I mean, I didn't really care in the first place, but it's okay. Cool. Guys, stop talking about it. Because for guys, it doesn't make any sense. Because, you're not really adding that much value when you do stuff like that. So with that being said, what's the whole point of...
I ain't gonna cap. I ain't even gonna cap. I'll fold for Maya. I become whatever man she need me to be. That... Yeah, call me simp all the fuck you want to. Maya has been missing in action. She look like the type to say, man, I can't find a good man for nothing. Build me. Hi, Maya. Build me. I'm buildable. I'm not necessarily too much agreeable. But for you, I agree to anything, just about. Maya is that goddamn bad. 43, let's see, she 43, I'm 36. Yeah, let me be your nigga. We gonna grow old together. There's nothing I never say no to. Until you come out with that outlandish shit. If you start being on some weird shit, talk about some, let me put a finger in your ass or something, or you about to be in the open relationship type shit, or nothing crazy. Other than that, we good. Red lights, I'm not running nobody's red light. Not doing that. Other than that, you can say, let's go jump off the Eiffel Tower together with parachutes. Let's go. Let's go swim in the waterfalls of Fiji. Let's go. Let's go wrestle a bear. I'm with you, bitch. Let's go. Wherever you need a nigga like me at, I am there. Fuck that. Y'all niggas is tripping. Man, if any nigga had an opportunity with Maya, they only blew it because she's so, how can I say, perfect. That woman been perfect since she was born. Like, I bet daddy was like, damn, I'm gonna have to kill every little nigga around me. Fuck. Then as she got older, she became more aware of her beauty and realized, like, I can't get this up to just anybody. She got $1 million pussy. Let me leave this bitch alone, man. Man, you looking for a baby daddy? You probably want to. Yeah, fuck it. I'll try. I'll shoot the club up. Every fucking thing. We'll try. I ain't got great genes, but I know what type of nigga you probably looking for. 6 feet, weight more than 6 figures, and the 6-pack abs. I got the 6-pack abs. I ain't 6 feet, and I ain't got the 6 figures. So I don't know why bitches want 666 any fucking way. It's just the fucking devil. Whatever.
Aging gracefully. Like, oh, okay, I know what it is. You're still hoping that somebody out here is going to take you serious. And as fine as you are, and you are fine and hella talented, here's something that we all know. Problematic. As hell.
I will deal with it.
Problematic as hell.
Okay.
What am I talking about? Nobody wants to put up with that.
I deal with it. I would.
There are certain things that ladies do. I'm just going to be real. Beautiful as you can be.
She looked like she deserves She looked like she is so freaky that she wants you to be mean to her. But because she's Maya, niggas is like, I can't. You're so delicate. I'm sorry, baby. I just can't do. Fuck that. Fuck that. Give her what she needs. She needs to fall in love. And the only way you make a woman fall in love, a woman like her fall in love, is if you give her that, toes curling.
Start screaming, like, delusion a little bit, or...
Is she vegan? Ain't she vegan? I will go vegan for this bitch. Oh my God.
Some level of craziness. All right. Being deranged.
I will deal with it.
Brothers get scared. Brothers get tired.
No. Fuck what you talking about, O'Shea. This bitch is so bad. I know she's crazy. Bring your crazy ass over here. You crazy. I'll show you what crazy is. Like, she needs to be stressed out. She aged so gracefully. I will stress her the fuck out. You should be ready to call the police on a nigga like me. Get the fuck out of the house. Get the fuck out of the house. Get the fuck out of the house. Maya, I'm sorry. I will treat you good. I'll treat you great, but I will not spoil the fuck out of you. Yeah, your money will be our money. Fuck what you talking about. I'll write time in his way, so I don't give a shit. You don't respect his dick. You pretty and but I will treat you like a fucking nominee. I don't give a fuck. She can be crazy all she wants to. No, she gon' I can't deal with that nigga. That nigga crazy. I can't deal with that nigga. He too fucking psychotic. That nigga crazy. Yeah, you make a crazy bitch say a nigga crazy. That's how you know you got her whipped. Fuck what you talking about, O'Shea. Bring your crazy ass over here if you want to. She knows she gonna pull that shit with them other niggas, them simp niggas. She trying to find her somebody that she can break down and talk to crazy and shit like that. Nah, bitch. That's why you single and married yourself, because you ain't gonna be able to find a nigga like that.
Brothers don't want nothing to do with that. brothers start saying, you know what? I mean, you are fine and you are beautiful. And I want to be a simp like O'Shea Duke Jackson, but damn it, I just don't have time. That's what brothers start saying. And you don't know how many ladies, when they say they got to marry themselves, it's a reason for it. We're going to be real today. We're going to be real. How do you be as fine as her and you say, why you ain't got no man? We all say that, right? We're going to be real today. We're going to be real today. How? Because delusion is in the building, scaring brothers off.
Yes.
Brothers is scared off.
Yes,
do you know how many brothers is scared?
My nigga.
Like, man, she look good, man, but damn, bro, like, she didn't call me 37 times. She breaking dishes and stuff, man. She ain't trying to let me leave. Man, I gotta get up out of here, family, for real. Brothers calling me. Mama's trying to figure out what's the plan. How can I move out without her knowing and all that kind of stuff? I mean, brothers just really trying to get up out of there. You know? Because what's the whole point when you are a lot of y'all are dangerous. Y'all are dangerous. We are just gonna be real. Dangerous. Dangerous. And it's not everybody, but I'm talking about, like, I mean, y'all be dangerous. Some of y'all. And you need to be serious in life. Stop acting like, you know what, I'm here by myself, marrying myself. When the truth come, when the truth hit the fan, we gonna find out like, oh, you by yourself because you done ran the brother off. Oh, the reason why you by yourself is because you break dishes at night. Or because, you play on folks' phones and stuff. Or you get a little attitude all the time and be stressing brothers out. You call 15 times in a row. And all of us has had that. All of a sudden, she don't even look that good no more.
Jesus.
It got to be something. There's no way you're that beautiful with that much access and you married.
There's no fucking way. No way. I need to leave this bitch alone. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it pushing. Maya, you bad as a motherfucker, but O'Shea, you spot the fuck on. I gotta get back to the money. I gotta find some money. God damn it. I hate fucking YouTube sometimes. Fuck. Oh my god. This shit is too funny. That bitch is batshit crazy. That's why ain't nobody fucking with her. She's fucking psychotic. A 47-year-old man finds out his 22-year-old daughter is stripping. Damn. Huh? Turns out none of my 5 children are mine, so I flew to another country overnight and did this. Boy, she's mad. She won't get a dime from me. You jumped in.
My daughter was sick in the hospital, which ultimately led to testing after testing, which confirmed something that I did not want to admit. So what did I do? I went ahead and got paternity tests for all of my children, and the results are absolutely shocking. I'm 44 and male. I've been married to my wife Judith for 22 years. We got married when I was 22 and she was 20. We were childhood sweethearts and we dated all through middle school and high school. We have 5 children and have been living happily for the past 22 years. I was born into a very poor family, and Judith was born into an upper-middle-class background. Her family were not happy with her decision to marry me, and we were very vocal about the fact that they did not believe that I could provide her with a comfortable life. Of course, she ignored them and married me anyways, but I've had to work very hard during our marriage to prove them wrong and give her the life that she deserves. She always said that she doesn't expect much and that she knew that she's getting into it with me when she accepted my proposal, but I still wanted to give her everything I possibly could. During the first 10 years of our marriage, I worked myself to the bone to feed our family, as it just kept getting bigger and bigger. With each new baby, I had to take on more and more hours. I don't know, I think at the height of it, when we had 5 children under 10, I was working 80-hour weeks, 13 hours a day, 6 days a week. I was exhausted, and I missed out on a lot of being a father. I never got to see any of my children's first words, their first steps, or all of their milestones, really. The kids barely knew me because I was gone most of the day, and when I got home, I was just too tired to play with them. I barely knew those kids, and it hurt that in order to keep my family off the streets, I had to sacrifice my best years with them. Still, I grit my teeth and bared it as the man of the house. My wife and I did talk about the possibility of her getting a part-time job, to help with all the expenses once the kids were old enough to go to daycare, but she said that she could not be away from them for so long. Unfortunately, even after everything I sacrificed to make sure that my kids were safe and my wife was happy, her family did not ease up on me. The criticism just pivoted from me being a poor, no-good loser who could never give her the life she wanted, to me being a workaholic with no interest in my own children. It took a lot of willpower to keep myself going back then, but I managed it. I'd been working at a small welding company for all those years, and about 12 years into our marriage, my boss pulled me aside. He was retiring early at 60 because of ill health. I think they found a tumor in his brain or something. He decided that he was going to leave the company to me. I was absolutely shocked, of course. I have no experience with business or running a company or even being in charge of anybody. I had no idea why he chose me to take his life's work. But when I asked, he just said that he'd never seen anybody work as hard as I do. Obviously, I was flattered, but I was nervous too. I was a welder and I've never been promoted in all the years I've been working there. I started as an apprentice at 17, and now, at 34, I was being handed the keys to the castle? Honestly, I did consider turning it down. It was a huge undertaking, and I wasn't sure that I was the man for the job. Thankfully, my wife convinced me to give it a go, just for a couple of months on a trial basis and see if I liked it. Well, it turns out I did like it. I'll admit it was strange swapping my work clothes for a suit, and even stranger having to adjust to the responsibilities, but as it turns out, I have a knack for management. Thanks to my old bosses, the company was booming in business and people trusted him. If he said I was good at my job, then they believed him. This really helped me navigate the growing pains of starting your own business. My hours were still crazy high those first few months, just while I was finding my feet and gaining the respect of all my colleagues as their new boss. After that, though, my hours were about slashed in half and my pay was much higher too. My wife was ecstatic about the whole thing and our oldest was 9. I managed to make up for all the years I've lost. I had an amazing relationship with all my children now. And the ones old enough to remember my absence in their youth now forgive me. It took a lot of work and a lot of sucking up, but our family was happier than ever. After a few years, I really got the hang of owning a business, and I'm happy to say that we've expanded the company and now have workspaces in 3 different states. Everything was going smooth, and honestly, I should have known that it was too good to be true. Well, I thought the past few years of happiness and comfort were just the universe making up for the hard times during the 12 years of our marriage. Unfortunately, everything turned on its head a few months ago when my daughter got sick. She's 17, and she's been feeling unwell for a while, but we didn't think it was anything. She always had a weak immune system, so we thought that she'd just gotten her yearly flu or something. But when she was still feeling awful after a few months, we brought her in for a checkup, just to make sure everything was fine. Unfortunately, everything was not fine. So now our girl is in chronic liver failure. She's been on dialysis, but short of a transplant, there are no real options. A few weeks ago, before her condition got so bad, the doctors told my wife that, well, there was a solution they'd like to try, which was a plasma transfusion. I don't know about this medical stuff. I've never heard any of the terminology, nor has Judith, but of course we agreed to try. The issue was, our girl, well, she was a very rare blood type. We've always known she was a rare blood type, but you never think something like this is going to happen, so we didn't give it much of a thought. The doctors said that the chance of a match in a familiar relationships are high, so both my wife and I agreed to donate and have our plasma tested. My wife seemed a little hesitant at first, but after some pushing from both me and the doctor, she agreed.
Oh, shit.
So we'd been given hope. I was praying day and night, though I'm not really a religious man. Even if the plasma treatment did not work, I was sure that if we were a match, I'd be able to donate a part of my liver anyways. I felt like there was finally light at the end of this tunnel, and I was hopeful again that my baby girl would be able to survive this. Well, that did not turn out to be the case. The doctor arranged a meeting with us and told us that neither of us were a match. He seemed to be giving my wife strange looks, which I didn't understand at all. She was blushing, but I was too caught up in the disappointment over the failure to pay much attention to it. But later on in the day, I was staying with my daughter in the hospital, sitting by her bed, while my wife went home to make dinner for the rest of the kids, who have been mostly staying with their cousin, who lives across the streets and loved the children. The doctor came into my room and pulled me aside while my daughter was asleep. He told me something. My girl, my baby girl, she's not my daughter. I'm not her biological father. I thought that the doctor was kidding for a minute, and I was just about ready to deck him in the face for joking at a time like this. But then I thought about the way my wife was against the idea of testing my blood to see if I am a match, and everything sort of fell in place. I was reeling, honestly. First, my daughter was dying in front of me, growing weaker by the day while I couldn't do a thing to her. But on top of that, she wasn't even mine. I was devastated. The doctor had to sit me down and get me a glass of water. I think I looked like I was going to faint or something. Once I calmed down enough to hear what he was saying to me, he had the nerve to ask me not to tell my wife that I knew. Apparently, it breaches some sort of doctor-patient confidentiality, and he could lose his license for telling me. I didn't even bother answering him, and he left the room pretty soon after, I think. He could have waited there for hours. I wouldn't have known how long he's been there. My head was in a fishbowl. I had no clue what was going on around me. My daughter woke up eventually, and I had to take care of her, wipe the sweat off her head, brush her hair, and feed her from my hand. All while, the inside of my head was going crazy. Eventually, my wife came back to take over, and I managed to go home and get some sleep. Things weren't any easier when I woke up, though. I made breakfast for the rest of my kids and drove the younger ones to school, all while, in my head, I was looking over their faces looking for any resemblance to me. The thing is, all my kids take after me. Even my girl in the hospital, she looks exactly like my grandmother, right down to the shape of her nose, so how can she not be mine? It made no sense. It was difficult pretending that there was nothing up with me after that, though thankfully everybody seemed to take distance as shock over what's happening to my daughter. I was barely eating, barely speaking. Thankfully, I left my company in the hands of one of my best workers, so I didn't have to worry about that at least. You best believe I spent hours Googling. I ended up on this website, I reckon. I spent 12 hours straight reading similar stories from men who had the same experience as me. The resounding advice on every single one of these posts from thousands of people who replied. It was to get a paternity test. I had no idea how to go about getting one of those. But again, after some searching around on the interweb, I found a place that does it. I bought one of those little kits with the little baggies. I didn't want to test my daughter again. The doctor had told me that the margin of error on these tests were very slim, especially when done in a controlled environment by professionals. I also didn't want to bother her, not when she needs her strength right now. My other kids have been going through some tests recently too, just for the doctors to clarify that whatever it is making my daughter sick isn't hereditary. So it wasn't difficult convincing my youngest son to let me take a swab inside of his cheek. He's a sport, and I think he enjoyed the attention anyways. I considered asking him not to tell his mother, but I knew that would not be a good idea. Once you tell a kid not to do something, they're gonna do it. So I didn't even bother. If I'd make a big deal out of it, it would be stuck in his head. As it is, it's just another test in a long line of them. I sent off the swab and waited. It took about a week to get the results back, and I don't think I've ever waited with such bated breath in my entire life.
Oh, shit. He about
It
to
was
find
the
out
most
his other
difficult
kid ain't
week of
his.
my life. The entire time, I could not figure out what exactly the results were that I actually wanted to come from this. Obviously, I want my son to be mine. There's no question. But if he is, I'll always be stuck wondering if my daughter is the only one who's not mine, or if my youngest twins are the only ones who are.
Oh, shit. He got
Well,
twins.
the results came back. He's not mine. He's not my son. That's 3 of my children who have been confirmed not to be mine. There's no point testing the second youngest. He's the identical twin of the one I tested, and one isn't mine. Neither are. The weird thing is, though we are related, we shared about 4% of DNA. I did some more Googling, and it turns out that the most probable familiar tie I have with those kids is second cousins. Well, I've tested the other 2 kids in the past 2 weeks, and the result's the exact same. The chance of me being their father are slim to none, and I'm absolutely devastated. I don't know what to think. Not one of these kids who I've raised are my own in the past 22 years. I'm not an idiot. I know what it means that I'm most likely their second cousin. My wife has long since had a close relationship with my own cousin, who lives across the street. I would have been worried about it if I hadn't trusted her so much. I guess it would also explain the family resemblance between them and me. My daughter looking like my grandmother making sense when she was always my cousin's grandmother. I don't even know how to refer to my kids anymore. I call them my sons, my daughters, my kids, but I know that's not true. I don't want to tell my wife that I know. It would cause so much stress in the family, and I'm not sure that we can handle much more right now. The idea of referring to these kids by their names is ludicrous, because I still feel like their father. Every time they call me Dad, it's like I'm stabbed in the chest and I can barely look my wife in the eyes.
Nigga, why don't you just be...
I suppose the timing of my daughter's illness is a good thing, though.
You're
I
a
feel like a
simp.
monster for saying it. My wife probably thinks that I'm just receding into myself as a coping mechanism, when in reality, I just can't look her in the eyes knowing what she did. Sharing a room with her is torture. I know the kids need emotional support right now, but I just don't think I can give it to them.
Your wife is just walking around this motherfucker quiet as shit, not saying nothing. The fact that she didn't had 5 kids with your fucking cousin is the most disgusting bitch on the face. She just...
Every time I look at their faces, see their family knows, it hurts me even more. Knowing that they spend every day I'm at the hospital at my cousin's house is even worse. I always liked that they had a close relationship with him, and I really appreciated the love he has for them. I figured because he didn't have any kids of his own. He liked taking on the sort of uncle role in their life. I even helped him put a good word in for the homeowners association in the neighborhood. I was excited for him to be close by. We often go out fishing, or enjoy a couple beers on the back porch. I never would have thought that he would betray me like this. I know that it probably seems like I'm jumping the gun and assuming that he's the biological father to all 5 of my children, but I can't explain how close he and my wife are. When I was working my butt off for 16 hours a day, breaking my back to provide for the family, he was the one my wife would call to fix a broken cupboard, clean the gutters. I was always just glad that she wasn't resentful of my hours, so I didn't pay attention to just how close they were. My cousin's the same age as my wife, and they were friends in high school. Heck, he's the one who introduced us. All of these factors sort of came together in my head, and I guess I developed a little bit of a blind spot where he was concerned. But you best believe that blind spot is gone now. I don't want to confront either of them. Honestly, I'm too exhausted for that right now. I can barely look at any of the kids I live with, my kids, without seeing my cousin's chin or his big old ears. My wife has been reaching out for comfort during my daughter's illness, but all I can do is push her away. I know she's beginning to resent me for not being there for her, but I just can't bring myself to pretend that everything's all right. The kids are suffering. I'm suffering, my wife's suffering, and my daughter, well, she's dying. I don't even know how to begin to fix this situation. When I can barely eat, and every face my own home feels like a stranger. Originally, I felt guilt for not trusting my wife. I felt as if the first test must have been a fluke or some kind, and I felt like a terrible husband for even considering paternity test on the 4 children. What? But I pushed through that guilt, and look where it got me. I'm a father of 5 with no kids of my own. Obviously, I'm writing this on a burner account. I don't want my wife to know that I found out our secret until I figured out what I'm going to do. I don't feel like I can just go on with my life the way I've been. Not after this devastating news. I'm just absolutely heartbroken right now.
Like
Any advice would be much appreciated. Update number 1. It's been 2 weeks now. I've thought long and hard about my options, and it seems to me as if only really one option's available. And that's to leave. A lot of you guys on here have advised me to stay, just pretend that I have no idea about my wife's infidelity. But more of you have told me to get the heck out of there. I'm leaning heavily towards the second option. I feel like a dirtbag, like I'm leaving my wife and kids defenseless. My wife never worked a day in her life. I have no idea how she's going to support herself and the children, but at this point, I guess you could say it's just not my problem. I've scheduled an appointment with a divorce attorney tomorrow. I'm going to sign the papers, and I've done some research, and there's a guy in our state who you can pay to convince your wife to sign the papers. Since I was dirt poor when we got married, her parents insisted that we sign a prenup. So, fortunately, every cent I've earned will still be mine. They thought that I'd want to steal their ugly mansion or something. I've been pretending like everything's normal. My cousin came by yesterday while my wife was at the hospital, and it took every ounce of restraint in me not to punch this guy square in his face. The youngest sat in his lap while he pretended to be sympathetic to my situation, and all I could see was the similarities between both of them. Well, it broke my heart all over again, and I'm leaving. I'm leaving for good. I can't stay in this house anymore knowing that it's where I raised another man's child. Once the papers are signed on my end, I'm out of here. Judith can take her time and raise a fuss all she likes, but I won't be here to see it. I'm leaving the country. I know, it sounds drastic. I know, but leaving the state just doesn't feel like it would put enough distance between us. I've actually found a place in Thailand. It's cheap living there, and I reckon I could live comfortably on the money I've earned without working another day in my life. I always wanted to travel, but with Judith, the kids, and with work, I've never left the country. I'm taking this as an opportunity to do all the things I've always wanted to do. I won't be held down anymore by a cheating wife and the kids who aren't mine. I know I sound like a callous dude, I know. But it's the only way I've been able to stop myself from completely breaking down. To be quite honest, I've had to put some real emotional distance between me and my family, and I'm afraid that if I did not, I'd crawl into bed and never get out again. It might sound like I'm having a midlife crisis, and I know this behavior is pretty typical of that. A man in his 40s leaves his wife and kids to travel the globe. But guys, this is not that.
Nope.
I'd give anything to go back in time and stop the doctor from telling me my wife's secret. I don't care that I would have been made a fool of behind my back by both my own cousin and my wife. I mean, I would have been happy in ignorance. They do say ignorance is bliss. Unfortunately, I can't go back, and this is the only way I can see myself moving forward.
You got played. You got played. How to catch a 30-year-old gold digger. Man, fuck these hoes. It's easy. don't care. Let's get back to making some goddamn. I'm about to go check out these work from home jobs, so I'm gonna get with y'all in a minute. See how this shit even worked out. Sneako is worse than you think.
Hey guys, I just want to thank you. Earlier this week, we made this cute little Make-A-Wish kid's dream come true.
I just want to bully this guy. Like, bring bullying back. Bullying is necessary.
Well, bullying has been brought back. Sneako just didn't expect he'd be the target. But the one caveat I have for bullying is if you're gonna dish it out, you gotta be able to take it, and Sneako definitely can't take it.
Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia. I'll be making fucking dough in the pizzeria.
If you watched my last video, you'll know that Sneako is completely unself-aware. He can't take any criticism without viewing himself as the victim. This week, I've been upload a video giving Sneako some advice, saying if you talk smack about somebody's relationship and their girl, like he did with Charlie, then you better be able to take it when they fire back and call you a cuck.
I don't care about the cuck thing. I actually don't care, because that's none of my business.
Damn.
It's not. But when you claim this shit, and then you turn around and clown other people for you got this in the bank, and then you clowning people's significant other.
See, this is what I don't like about this shit, dude. Like, I don't even be looking for this shit, dude. This shit be finding me, and apparently, since the algorithm is so known about I've been preaching the Sneako situations and the whole red pill manosphere shit. Of course, this is all you're gonna fucking hear now. So. Yeah, whatever.
You telling people what they do in their bedroom when that's that shit that you do?
I don't know. To me, somebody's not part of the online world. You just don't involve them. It don't matter what kind of issue I have with anybody. There's never going to be a day in hell that I'm going to bring up other people's kids, other people's significant other, unless it's a direct form of hypocrisy to what you're saying online. I would pretty much never do that.
This is good advice. If you're going to engage in this sort of back and forth banter, you got to be able to take it too. Learn to take a joke like your girlfriend takes another man's cock.
Oh, fuck. She's like, I want you to fuck me. I was like, whoa.
What? So did Sneako take their advice and learn from it? No, of course not. It's Sneako. Instead, he gets offended and plays victim, telling his Discord to go after Preach's wife, and I don't know, Abba's butt? Sick of Abba and Preach. Send me clips and the memes of all the retarded shit they've said, like his fat whale wife, and Abba milking himself and getting his ass ate. Add everyone, even on Rumble, we will beat the soy mentality. You are the soy mentality, crying to your Discord every time somebody stands up to you. Be a man and actually listen to what they have to say. Instead, you're telling your fans to dig up dirt on another man's wife because he talks shit to you on the internet. Now that's some soy boy shit. When Charlie stood up to Sneako, Sneako initially reacted by challenging Charlie to a fight, and then he got so mad he threatened to shoot him.
The day after I posted my response, he went on stream and had a huge unhinged tantrum and meltdown about the whole thing, and then he sent some of his viewers over. So I was joking with them, saying like, oh, you guys must have just stopped the cuties watch party over there at Sneako's stream, right? Welcome, cucks, that kind of shit. And it got really under his skin in a big way, so he started dancing around with the gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you, waving his gun around and dancing.
These are the only clips I'm watching, you were?
Finger on the trigger, by the way. And after Charlie dropped his video responding, Sneako decided to go on Aiden Ross's stream to cry about it, calling Charlie the school shooter.
He should be on a watch list. Who's more likely to shoot up the school?
Yo! Bro, you were the one flailing the gun around, threatening to shoot Charlie. You're completely unhinged.
Moist Critical, who looks like a fentanyl homeless dude, who looks like he stands at a playground looking at, bro, he looks like he's homeless.
Hold up. That's Rip Jesus to you. Show some respect. Somebody linked me this clip from South Park, and I feel like it perfectly describes this beef.
Come on. Well, now you're gonna get it, motherfucker. That's right. You and me. Right now. We're having it out. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
Bitch.
I want to make it abundantly clear how frequently Sneako does this shit. I want to introduce you to something called the Sneako cycle. First, he does something controversial.
Your dumb mouth that I want to... I'm not believing in this feminist garbage. We're not equal. You're weaker than me. You're hormonal. That's what you deep down need to do. is be a submissive wife who bleeds once a month and cries at movies.
Then somebody confronts him about it and he claims that it's all a joke.
The best way to get to truth is through comedy.
Okay, I don't disagree, but you need to stop doing this whole thing where you're pretending like you're just here to do comedy. That's not what it is. You're actually here to change people's lives and open their eyes to the truth.
But like, you're saying all this shit, bullying and stuff, and then you're like, hey, at the end of the day, it's just a joke, guys. I'm just joking. I'm here to entertainment. It's all entertainment purposes. It's like you can say the most fuck shit in the world, but then when people are getting onto you, it's like nobody in this world can take a joke.
He's got nothing. Then somebody comes around giving Sneako a taste of his own medicine, bullying the bully. Whether it's Brandon Buckingham or Charlie or some random Twitter account that called Sneako a loser once, haunting him in his dreams.
Yo, someone tweeted the other day, Sneako's a loser, LMFAO. It got 20,000 likes. It was like the highest like tweet on this guy's. That's not a critique.
It was funny. That's why 20,000 people liked it. It was funny.
I don't even mind if they want to come out and say.
But what do you mean? It was funny. 20,000 people liked it, so obviously it was funny.
Hold on.
The joke is that you're a loser. That was the joke.
That's not true. They know I'm not a loser.
But hey, I guess 20,000 people do.
He's laughing because it's true. It doesn't matter how small the slight is. His only response every time is to cry about being canceled.
But they're not critiquing. They're trying to deplatform you. It's not critiquing. They're saying that I'm a loser. I'm an incel.
Canceled life. They need us to fail. Pattern recognition. This collage is everyone who advocated for my cancellation, completing the cycle and repeating it endlessly. It's like, what are you talking about? Nobody's canceling you. Nobody called for you to get banned on Twitter or Rumble. Keemstar has to come and big brother him. Homie, Sneako, how are you getting bullied for days and calling it I'm getting canceled? People calling you a cuck is them picking on you. That's all. I haven't seen one big YouTuber you've been fighting with say ban him, freeze his bank account, cancel his gym membership. Be real. Sneako then replies with a video that's 6 months old of Nick Green calling for his ban. What does that have to do with anything that's happening right now? When Nick made that video, most people, including me, sided with you. I mean this with my whole heart. YouTube, please unban Sneako. I want to bully him every day. Him being on Rumble makes it harder. Let's be real. Banning these people does not stop them from growing or spreading their message. It just isolates their audience on more extreme platforms. Platforms where people talk about harmful conspiracies without any pushback from the other side. Banning them in a lot of ways just validates their message.
I've always said this on my stream. If they hide it, then it's the truth. If they have to delete it, then it's the truth. It's the Sneako pipeline.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
So what is the truth that Sneako's talking about? Well, at the beginning, Sneako was purposely vague. Maybe he was just talking about working out, general inspiration.
Adin Ross just got banned on Twitch yesterday, and I tweeted it's because he started doing push-ups. He started telling his fans to stop watching.
Warning Adin Ross that if you keep trying to inspire your audience, they're going to cancel you. It's the Sneako pipeline. Don't try to wake people up. Don't try to better your audience because you're going to get banned.
Well, since moving to Rumble, Sneako's been a lot more upfront about what the truth means. The Jews. He thinks the Jews secretly run the world. I'm not even joking. In a stream about Adin Ross becoming red-pilled, Sneako had this to say.
But this is the problem. Like, if he's seeking the truth, Adin Ross is Jewish. It's going to be difficult because as he gets further down that, he's gonna find himself stumbling across a lot of people that fucking
halfway.
He's going, and I'm curious to see how he handles that.
Sneako then has a one-on-one stream with his audience where he is more serious than I've ever seen him before, and he just blatantly lays out what he thinks the red pill is.
There's like 2 red pills now. Our red pill is like Jews run everything.
Of course, the Jews have a lot of control over media, banks, most industries, real estate. Yes, but there is just one red pill. The red pill is just the truth. The analogy comes from that movie. The red pill is just the truth. That a specific group of people pull the strings, and we are lied to about most things so that we are kept controlled.
Sneako then comes up with like a flow chart. First we get normies in through Fresh and Fit, then they'll hate women and watch me, then they'll come to Rumble and we can get them in on the Jew conspiracies.
Most people are completely brainwashed. Nick, most people think you're a racist white supremacist.
He is. Sneako, you're with him every time he says it.
You said that Nick is a white supremacist. I'm curious to what he said specifically that makes you think that.
Well, I did hear leaked audio of you comparing a white woman having sex with a dog to having sex with a black man and saying that it was basically the same level of degeneracy. And that was like leaked audio. So I felt like that was kind of telling about what you might say behind the scenes.
Yeah, and
maybe that was a joke?
Well, no. I mean, I can explain
It didn't sound like a joke.
And I was saying that I'm against race mixing. I think that people should marry their own kind. So that's the part that wasn't recorded, is I'm saying I'm against race mixing.
Yeah, no shit. That's obviously what you're saying.
These are all things which I would consider wrong.
They're both degenerate.
But
Sneeko just hops on board.
Thanks, Sneeko. Now keep telling us about that red pill pipeline you're building.
Most people think you are a literal Nazi. So they're not going to listen to your message if they think this stuff. If you figure out a way to simplify your message and get a lot of the normies on board, utilize TikTok, YouTube Shorts, IG Reels, where the bots are at, how do they start? Are you going to get the random TikToker to start learning about Israel, the dancing Israelis? That's where they're going to start. Or are they going to start with feminism and then they go down the rabbit hole? Then they click on my Rumble channel and they see me talking with Ryan Dawson. They see me speaking with you. They see me with the MAGA hat on talking about the election. They see me at Yay24. Are you going to get them in talking about the Jews? Or are you going to get them in on a panel of 10 girls about feminism? What's eye-catching to the bot? You have to think about that. That's a very effective thing that people who are so far down this rabbit hole do not understand.
What? Are Fresh and Fit aware they're being used for this? Yeah, Sneeko's gone, man. He's over the edge. I honestly think sending him to Rumble was a terrible decision because now his whole audience has fallen off the cliff with him. There's no pushback to anything he says.
This is how you know it's so bad, right? If it wasn't the truth, why would they be so upset about it?
I know there's a lot of people mad at Destiny for engaging with these guys, but someone has to challenge them. Banning them has only made people believe in them more. I promise you, Sneeko is not scary. He has a double-digit IQ.
Yeah, let's finish it up.
Below average. Yep, that's Sneeko for you.
Wanna step in the ring, just skinned in a sack of shitty meat like dumplings.
Probably the most annoying comment I see is people saying that Sneeko used to be smart. No, he was never smart. He just used to say the most obvious shit.
But don't go full fanboy and refuse to believe your favorite artists aren't angels. Don't blindly justify their shitty behavior and never worship celebrities. The best way to treat these people is like you would anyone else. Flawed humans with consistent questionable behavior.
It's not profound, it's basic. It probably took him all day to come up with that. Like, he's so proud of himself every time he corrects somebody's speech.
My shoe got taken from me yesterday.
Taken.
Instigated by women. They said that men are...
Initiated, not instigated. Don't die out because truth will always prevail.
There, the people think I'm smart now. For fuck's sake, the guy couldn't even read tweets for Keemstar correctly. And when Keem went with someone else, Sneeko threw a fit, making an exposed video on him.
The reading that you did was shit. And then when I told you it wasn't good privately told you it wasn't good, privately told you I'm not going to use it, you had a hissy fit like a little boy and tried to get back at Keemstar because you had an opportunity to be in front of 400,000 people and you blew it. But you couldn't accept the fact that you did a bad job. Instead, you tried to pass the buck on me.
Only Sneeko could get fired from reading tweets. He's always been a dumb little shit. I'm just saying, is this really a guy that should be telling people not to go to college?
Well, you don't talk about the grind. You rather say like, go to college. I saw you on Adam 22. You're like, go to college.
Yeah, because college is a super reliable course to build
college
yourself.
Is a scam. College is a giant scam.
Well, conveniently, Sneeko is offering an alternative to college with his Walmart version of Hustlers University.
Easiest time ever to get rich right now. And courses like the one I'm promoting, like the Creativity Kit, are much better than college, which costs $100,000 a year, which Destiny's telling you to go to.
Priced at the same $50 a month with very similar looking websites, except Sneeko's course is somehow worse. You see, Hustlers University has a results tab where people are constantly posting how much money they're making. Sneeko has the same thing for his course, except it's a complete ghost town. Nobody is winning anything. Keep in mind, this course is supposed to be teaching people how to be YouTubers.
Aside from Photoshop, how to freelance, but also how to tap into your creative side. Because let's be honest, all you want to be YouTubers at some point in your life, and that's all I know how to do.
The last wins posted was from March 6th, over a week ago, showing a guy who doesn't even have 1,000 subscribers and isn't monetized. The only people getting views are the ones reposting red pill anti-feminist content on YouTube Shorts. In fact, the only person I've seen post any financial gain at all from making content is a guy that I already showed you, and he happens to be a professor for Sneeko's course. All of January only has 2 wins posted in it. One is a professor, and the other is another guy who made $122 editing for someone someone else. Even the mentoring calls Sneako hosts 3 times a week don't seem productive at all. It just seems like a bunch of kids messing around.
Have all of you finished all of the videos already? Did you already binge them? Or
I have not.
Yeah,
No.
Don't watch them all already. Take your time with it.
Hey, what happened to Leo? What happened?
Bro, 8th grader, you're making me look bad on the stream, bro. You give me a bad representation.
Actually, I'll just.
Nico, you on stream? Yeah, I'm streaming right now.
Oh my god!
And this is the first, bro. I swear to God, everybody seems like they're my age. This is the first 8th grader that came in, and he came loud as fuck. This is rare in the Discord, man. I've never seen.
There was like 20. There was like 20 8th graders in here earlier. What are you talking about?
What? Really?
Sneako, your course has been out for 8 months. How many of your 200 students can cover their $50 a month tuition? How many have over 10,000 subscribers like you promised? Because I've only seen 2 posts ever in the entire history of your course of people making money off of their content. And again, one of the people teaches the course. That's a 1% success rate if you include the teacher. Yeah, definitely don't drop out of college for this shit. Sneako himself can't even stand talking to his students.
You need to make money. It's getting harder and harder, and there's really a war on masculinity going on. They don't want you to make money. They just want you to be complacent. But there's so many opportunities to make money online right now. We need to take advantage of it.
There's
I literally took down my video that I got a view that got 140K views.
Bro, look, this is how you know it's so bad, right? If it wasn't the truth, why would they be so upset about it?
Exactly. That's not even the problem. The problem is that even if you don't agree with Andrew Tate, they're taking away freedom of.
Okay. Enough of that.
Great mentoring call. Very motivating.
I walk around town with a Stark erection, then gave your mom a yeast infection.
I want to end this video by giving Sneako some genuine advice. One is stop crying for sympathy. You're crying about Brandon Buckingham suing you. He's suing you because you falsely accused him of being a rapist and you never formally apologized or corrected the record. You said it yourself. People who falsely accuse should go to jail.
But all the guys who were falsely accused of shit they didn't do by bitches who were lying like you, go to jail right now. Feel bad.
You're a hypocrite. You deserve it. I hope he takes all your money. You also said you were making a big video on all of us soy boys. Well, where is it? You've since deleted this and posted your 500th video about the vaccine. It's 2023. Nobody cares about COVID anymore. I feel like your current situation is a bit more pressing. And finally, I want to address my own mistake. You see, in my last video, I made this cuck collage to make fun of Sneako's soy boy collage. But really, 3 of these people aren't cucks the same way Sneako's a cuck. It should have just been 4 pictures of Sneako. 8 pictures of Sneako because nobody is as mentally, emotionally, or physically cucked as Sneako. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I will be using this to reply to every one of his tweets. Thank you, Charlie, for shouting me out. It means a lot, man. And shout out to the homies over on Patreon. Phoebes, Crimson Glass, Zabi Fox, Riveter, Christina Vina, Detective Pika, Mac Monkey, Drain Kobex, Bo Blacks, Necro Valley, Stefan Bildman, Abby Blackbird, The Confusing Opinion, Matt Swanson, Eddie Bizzle, and the Mac.
Damn. This nigga said pennies to thousands. He got 23 views on a motherfucking video that says how to make $5 with receipts. I ain't mad. I don't know. He hustling. Get your hustle on, nigga. Get your hustle on. I'm gonna get with y'all in a minute. We're going at this for about 2 hours. See y'all in the later one.